All right, well, where to begin? First off, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle, and today we are spraying some soybeans. So if you've been following along the channel, it's been quite a while since I posted a video. I think the last one was a couple months ago, and it actually was from the video was filmed a couple months prior to that. It was the town of Huron plowing some snow. So there hasn't been videos, not because there hasn't been work, just because the work involved with the videos, I kind of took a little bit of a break. And yeah, we got a lot done this winter. We did quite a few improvement projects, land improvement projects I'd call it, a lot of tile, some gravel work, and a lot with the shop. So we are underway in spring, and I'll go over a few things in this video related to our apple crop and how we're looking up for this year and how we finished up last year's crop. So to finish up last year's crop, we just finished, today is June 25th. We finished packing apples of the 2021 crop about 2 weeks ago. So I actually just finished hauling the empty bins back to our bin barn to be stored inside this past week. It was a challenging year as far as storability of fruit, especially in the variety Gala. It wasn't just our farm, it seemed like a region thing, Northeast region thing for that matter. So what will happen in storage is the exterior of the apple will look fine and the interior will actually start to brown, we call it. So instead of having that white flesh, it will the sugars start to break down, and it will, we call it internal browning. So we had quite a few controlled atmosphere rooms where we had a lot of juice that we had to sort out, and there were some rooms where we ended up just sending it right to the juice market. We didn't even put it through the pack house. So that, I would say, would be one of the biggest negatives that's happened since I've filmed any videos. But with that, there's a lot of positives, so we don't want to harp on the negative. We finished up packing a lot of the hard club varieties that have been a struggle, and things are shaping up good there. As far as this year's apple crop, if you saw any other blossoms, any other photos of blossoms, we had a beautiful, beautiful bloom this year. I should have got some drone footage, but needless to say, that bloom was huge. It was quick because we had some warm weather during bloom. So with that, it all sounds really good, but unfortunately, we've already been hit with 2 hailstorms for the year. Some areas have more damage than others, and some areas are a total loss for certain farmers, and other areas haven't been affected. But unfortunately, we've had quite a few storms this year. Our farm has already been hit twice, and in the last 4 to 5 weeks, there's probably been a total of 4 different storms, some more severe than others. So you're probably wondering, well, what are you doing here today? So this is actually me in the tractor. I'm kind of struggling flying the drone and trying to do a good job spraying, but what we're doing is we're putting on a herbicide spray on soybeans. So we do the soybeans for crop rotation mainly for our nursery. These fields will get rotated out for our nursery crop, but occasionally we'll swap some of our nursery ground into orchard ground and take orchard ground out and turn that into nursery. So I'm putting on a herbicide spray here. So we're basically killing the weeds, but on top of that, we have a little bit of foliar fertilizer in there. If you're familiar with fertilizer, the NPK analysis is 853. So we are giving them a little shot of nitrogen right before they go into blossom. So also that fertilizer just helps with a little bit of the stunt when we're spraying the herbicide. Soybeans are Roundup ready, so you can spray Roundup on them, and it will only kill the weeds and not the plant. So with that, we're able to use a very low rate of herbicide, and it's very good. So you can see there's some white balls in the field here, and what that is, this had wheat on it last year. And then after wheat, we came through and we put a cover crop on here. So we put on tillage radishes, Sudan grass, and a little bit of rye. So what you see, the white flowers there, that's actually radishes that are in bloom that reseeded themselves from disking up this winter. So here's a patch where there's a lot more weeds in there. You can see the rows are a little bit harder to see, but it's optimal time we're getting after it right now, because the rows you can still see to the floor, and when I say that, to the dirt, so we can kill all those weeds, and then just about when the weeds die, they will canopy. So we're going up a little bit higher here. Off to the right, you can see some hailnet, and straight ahead on the view here. So there's 10 rows there that are Brookfield Gala, and then to the south of that block we have Honeycrisp, Fuji, and that's where the equipment barn's back there. And actually in this block that I'm just went over there, they're doing some hand thinning and tree training on top of that. So the variety we're spraying here today are Asgrow soybeans, and they're group 1.7 maturity. It looks like the stand's spotty here based on, you can see some not so green spots, and then others are real dark green, but actually that is just the weed pressure. So where the spots you see more dirt, there's hardly any weeds there. These Asgrows planted very nice this year. It's probably one of the best stands over the varieties I'm planting this year. One thing we did different is we consolidated our soybean varieties this year. Instead of planting multiple different varieties, different brands, I narrowed it back down to 2 this year, just to make it easier for buying seed and having more acres of certain varieties. That's good and bad, depends how you look at it. So this is a crop care sprayer we're using. This is probably the 5th season on this sprayer. It's been a really good sprayer for me. 60-foot booms, 500-gallon tank. It's got a 25-gallon rinse tank, so I can carry clean water with me all the time. 5-section boom, and this has a T-Jet rate controller on it. Paired up with a 9540 Kubota tractor. So that's going to do it for this video. We just finished up this field here, and I want to thank you for watching. And hopefully I can get out a few more videos here in the future. Get some more apple videos and stuff like that. I just want to show you what we're doing today.